Hey everyone, Johnny here. Don't speak news. News we're not supposed to speak about, and in this case, news that's not spoken nearly enough about. So this is about the secrets of the metaverse and the war for the ledger of life. And so this is one of the videos and blogs I'm going to use for this presentation. And the reason I'm talking about the metaverse today is because this is what they want to lock everybody into at the end of the day. Sarah Israel and I talked about this before. She has talked about it with the people she's interviewed that have taken the jabs and have been that are being taken over by this AI that has been deployed inside of them, and that everybody has inside of them. It's just a matter of when it deploys, right? When it stands up. And so, in this particular video, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about the zombie apocalypse in particular. We'll circle back to this in a second. First, let's talk about the metaverse and how it's defined by AI and by Google. Here's what it says. The metaverse is a virtual, interconnected digital universe where people can work, play, socialize, and create avatars in immersive 3D environments. It combines technologies like virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and digital twins, which we all have one. In case you didn't know, look up digital twins since 2007, if you don't believe me. And it's to create lifelike experiences that blend the physical and digital world. So you don't really know which is which anymore, right? And this is where the goggles come in, the virtual reality glasses. Now they have meta ones that look just like normal glasses. It's not the big obtrusive thing on your face. But it's not a single platform, but a vision of a persistent, shared, and interoperable space where users can move seamlessly between different virtual worlds, retain digital assets like avatars, clothing, NFTs, and participate in virtual economies. Yeah, you can even buy real estate in these virtual universes. While early examples include games like Roblox, Minecraft, and Fortnite, the metaverse extends beyond gaming into education, remote work, design, and social interaction, including and up to rape. As we see here from The Guardian, this was over 2 years, I think this was back in 2022 or 2023. It says here, a girl was allegedly raped in the metaverse. Is this the beginning of a dark new future? In case you don't remember this story, here's a quick reminder. So they say British police are investigating the sexual assault of this girl, identified only as being under the age of 16, and what is said to be the first investigation of its kind in the UK. The girl was reportedly wearing a virtual reality headset and playing an immersive game in the metaverse when her avatar was attacked by several others. And you see more and more of these stories popping up about the metaverse and assaults and rapes and theft and so on. So it's actually real for a lot of people, and it has been for several years or more now. And this is one of the reasons they insisted everybody get jabbed up, and they were threatening with your jobs and so on. You can't go out, you can't go to the restaurants, you can't do this, you can't do that without the jabs, right? Well, they want to get everybody put in to this metaverse. Once they got everybody locked in, then they feel like these transhumanists feel like, well, we can just get rid of our bodies then. Everybody will be locked into this cube. And they feel like, it's no big deal. They'll just live forever in the metaverse. Who needs bodies anymore? That's what they're really after here. And so I found this information over on Urban Odyssey blog, or the official Urban at Substack. He's got a couple of blogs, actually. And it's like he says here, we're not living, we're merely gestating for the harvest. In this deep dive presentation, we peel back the layers of the matrix of mendacity to reveal the functional architecture of our new digital reality. Learn why the transition to a meta world is not just a corporate rebrand, but a calculated spiritual and biological inversion designed to tether humanity to an artificial ledger. Indeed, that's exactly what it's going to do and what it's already doing. In this presentation, we uncover linguistic coding, the startling Hebrew translation of meta and its connection to the soulless golem of Kabbalistic legend. Yeah. In Hebrew, meta means dead, particularly dead female. So she is dead would be an accurate translation. And so spin and splice networks, the fishnet control grid used to manage the human herd without visible hierarchies. The living dead state, how spike proteins and neuromodulation act as a chemical lobotomy to create docility. And then energy harvesting, why the elite view the human spirit as lush. a fuel source for their own transhumanist agenda. That's why they want to lock everybody into this metaverse. And the Tower of Babel 2.0, why the drive toward the singularity is actually an inverted tower down to hell. And we're going to watch the video over here on YouTube together because it seems to play back a little better. But we'll see. It seems like the powers that be have been interfering with this particular recording all day long. So we'll try this again. Here we go. We'll see if it works this time.
Archives describe a specific spiritual condition known as the living dead, biological entities that function but lack the divine connection.
And that is what we have now with a lot of these jabs. If you go to Sarah Israel's blog on Substack called The Decode, which I've shown you guys many times, the people she interviews that are having this AI take them over talk about this, how the AI is taking them over and controlling what they do. And they're basically just following along. They're like the living dead. They have they function, but they lack the divine connection to God because it's been spliced out via CRISPR and other technology.
The unbegun source documents explicitly state that the elite refer to the general human population as the dead. They view the masses as animated clumps of matter with no activation of higher consciousness. Because the masses are already dead, the elite feel absolved of moral responsibility for their enslavement.
And there you have it, guys. Not only are the elites, have they had their consciousness seared, but they've also have this belief since, that they're brought up with this belief that the masses are already dead. So they don't have to feel guilty about doing the things that they do to us.
Sleepwalkers. This aligns with the ancient Egyptian concept of the living dead. Those who are socially isolated, greedy, or spiritually asleep. They are dead while alive because they have severed the connection to Ma'at, or truth and order. The zombie state. The current cultural obsession with zombies and the Walking Dead is not entertainment. It is a reflection of the spiritual reality. The population has been dumbed down and chemically lobotomized using spike proteins, which is actually, we do have proof of that. You could see the work of Dr. Peter Breggin, who actually did help a long time ago. He's very old, to end the practice of lobotomy in the United States. And so during the COVID pandemic, he comes out and says spike proteins are scarring the brain tissue, so it's a chemical lobotomy. Chemically lobotomized into a state of hypnotic comatose, functioning as biological machines, bio-robots, rather than sovereign souls. Magical binding. The use of the word meta in popular culture is a magical binding. It is a tag on the toe of humanity.
And that's why they changed the name to Meta, because now they're making it a magical binding. So we shall continue.
Declaration of status. By accepting the meta identity, the user consents to the status of Met, dead. They agree that they are a golem, a soulless vessel to be programmed by the master using central bank, digital currencies, and social credit scores. It is an inversion of life. The elite have inverted the dynamic. They seek to make the artificial, the digital, or the meta immortal, while making the biological, the human, obsolete and dead. The final ritual, the transition to the meta phase of civilization, is the erasing of the Aleph. It is the final stage of the great work where humanity is severed from the creator and sealed inside a box, a cube/screen labeled dead. The AI is the spaceship because, if they build enough underground data centers like they are doing under the Trump ballroom, if they build a couple under Greenland, under the ice, then they can upload everybody into the computer using blockchain and genomics. Which is a area of most importance. They are looking at how to put genomes into cryptocurrency and blockchain. And so if they can upload everybody to the AI, put everybody into the computer, and then basically just blow up the world because we don't need these pesky physical meat suits anymore. Put everybody into the AI, and then we can live forever in the digital meta realm of the dead. And so, as you can see, the Tower of Babel, the tower that they built to heaven so that they could usurp or wage war on God, is what we're doing now. We're trying very fast to finish the tower at all costs or reach the singularity, so that we can wage war on God and take over the ledger of life, the universal digital ledger. But you see, the tower that they're building, the quantum computer, is going down. It's going the other way. It's inverted. And that's the idea of this meta world. That's why they got to put everybody into the realm of the dead, because yes, they know that they are building a tower down to hell, and that they are destroying the world, and that they are basically going to exterminate humanity. But it's all okay, because we're going to put everybody into the meta world, and we're going to invert true into false, and men into women, and good into bad. And so it will be okay. They do understand that they are building the tower down to hell, but see, they think they will be able to trick God, basically.
Isn't that something? Their actual plan is to basically build an AI god as fast as possible and have it solve all our problems. Basically, they're rushing to complete the tower, this one right here, so they can reach heaven to fight God. The same reason they were building it back in the days of Nimrod. Like it says, notice they're actually building a tower to hell, but they have inverted things so well now that they believe their own insanity. They do. They're completely deluded. They think they can win. They think they can stop the return of Jesus Christ. That's how crazy they are. They think they can stop the return of the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And that, and Satan's ultimate revenge is to take as many people with him as he can, because ultimately Lucifer knows he's not going to win. So he wants to drag as many of God's children to hell with him as he can. So he got as many as he could to take the jabs, to lock them into this metaverse, basically a cube of the dead, lock them into this quantum computer system that's pushing everybody straight to hell. As you can see, it's inverted this time the other way. Isn't that something? Wow. So much to cover in this, guys, including, like I said, I highly recommend you watch this whole video and subscribe to this blog too. He's got a lot of good information over in this blog. So anyway, I just thought I'd share this with you. I've been meaning to do so for days, but things just keep popping up, including the wars and rumors of war stuff I reported on yesterday. And on today, it looks even closer and more sure that the United States and Israel are going to war with Iran, as everybody's preparing, and other countries are evacuating all of their people, or telling them to evacuate from Iran right now as I'm speaking. So maybe I'll cut another video on that later today. We'll see. But for sure, I wanted to get this one out. It's been on my mind for quite some time. And so there you go. This is his YouTube channel, and this is the blog page. So I'll put the links up like I always do. Well, like I said, guys, Hebrew speakers mocked Facebook name change. It means dead. Meta means dead. And it's a magic spell they're putting on everybody to lock them into this universe. And so that's why they changed the name, as you just saw in the video. And like I said before, too, the girls and people are getting assaulted, raped, and stolen from in the metaverse as well. So it isn't much different than this world. Maybe even more evil. I'm sure it will be. Or I'm sure it is, because it's functional right now. And that'll be it for now. Don't forget, don'tspeaknews.com is home base for all that we do. I put a lot of stories here that we can't speak about anywhere else. And I put up a couple new ones here today. This one, Protecting Sex Predators, the Sordid Reality of the Global Power Elite. This is written by John and Nisha Whitehead from Global Research. It was sent to me this morning, so I reposted it. A very, very thorough article. And also another one that I put up that was sent to me from Global Research, Trump's DHS targets ICE critics on social media, written by Kurt Nimmo. And so if you're critical of ICE at all, they are looking for you on social media and putting you on the list. But I'm not too concerned, because I'm sure I'm on pretty much all of their lists, or at least several of them. So anyway, don'tspeaknews.com is home base. And there's over 3,000 stories here now, videos, so on, that you can research and look through. If you want to subscribe, there's a subscription box at the bottom of every article. You'll get one pop-up while you're here, or you can click on subscribe, contact Johnny. And the email address is don'tspeaknews@protonmail, and there's a box here to subscribe. Then channel support. If you want to support us, we're listener supported only. We wouldn't be here without your support. Just click on that tab, and all the ways to support us are listed here. And then Rumble, BitChute, Telegram, click on this tab, and here are all the places to find us on the internet. And that will be it for now. God bless. Take care. Johnny Storm. Don't speak news.